An Igbo guy in Canada has lost a job because of Igbo language. I repeat, an Igbo guy in Canada has lost a bank job because of Igbo language. Now, what happened to this Igbo boy, a Nigerian man in Canada? He applied for a bank job, submitted his application, submitted his resume, interview was not scheduled. Now, during the interview, this guy did well. From the things he said, he did well. But there was a problem. And what was this problem? This Igbo guy was asked, "Can you speak Igbo language?" The guy said no. They asked him, "But you have Igbo names?" He said yes. The parents did not teach him how to speak Igbo language. Listen, no. Now, why is a Canadian bank using speaking Igbo language as a criteria to employ somebody in Canada? Because Canada is not Igbo land. Canada is not Nigeria. So why? Now, this is why. You know, when a bank moves into a new community, into a new location, or they are opening a new branch in a new location, first of all, the bank studies the geography of that place. The bank studies the demographic of that place. And the bank would want to hire somebody who can communicate fluently with the people who are predominantly living there. For instance, let's say you are a Yoruba person, or you are an Igbo person, or you are an Hausa person abroad. Then you meet somebody who works in a bank. This person approaches you, speaking your own language, telling you, "Come and bank with us. We just opened a new branch here." That feeling of, this is my brother, this is my sister, you would want to open a bank account with them. So this bank was employing people from different nationalities and tribes because they want to use these people to get customers from these tribes. So they needed somebody who speaks Yoruba, they needed somebody who speaks Igbo, they needed somebody who speaks Indian, they needed people who speak different languages to employ. Now, when it came to this Igbo boy's turn, he couldn't speak Igbo. He lost that job and his position was given to another Igbo guy who was fluent in speaking Igbo language. That is why I did 2 posts some hours ago, letting our African people know that Africans are the only people I know who come abroad. They abandon the speaking of their languages, they abandon their culture, they abandon their custom, they start to imitate what they don't know. But this same abroad, you see the Indians come here, they speak their languages. The Chinese, the Koreans, the Arabs, the Japanese, the Latinos, they still speak their languages here in America, in the UK, in Europe. But when it comes to Africans, they like to imitate. Inferiority complex. Now, if I had told these Igbo boys' parents years ago to teach this boy how to speak Igbo language, they would have told me, "What are you saying? Are you his parents?" It has backfired now in Canada, not in Nigeria, in Canada. Because they needed people from these major tribes to get customers from their tribes to come and bank with them. So another Igbo person was the person they now employed and not this very Igbo guy. So automatically, this boy's parents, they failed him because he grew up with the father Igbo, he grew up with the mother Igbo, but they could not teach him to speak Igbo language. And there are many Igbo people in diaspora that speaks Igbo. There are many Yoruba people in diaspora that speaks Yoruba. And there are many Africans here abroad that speak their native African languages. But when it comes to some of us, especially Nigerians, inferiority complex and over-sabi, is it not a shame? Because I know people in Nigeria today Their children cannot even speak their native languages while they are still in Nigeria. Because Nigerians are people who believe that once your children are speaking fluent English, even if they cannot speak your native language, it shows that your children are poch. What a shame. That is why I said earlier today, if you are an African parent and your children are not speaking your native language, you have failed them in this world. Because there is a reason why your children came from that tribe. This is not a challenge to all of you. Inferiority complex. Oh, you want your children to speak English? No problem. You will full set, then you will come reason with your return. As we share this update, God will bless you.